Thank you for tuning in to the 2025 Diamond State Doubles Crokinole Championship, a Tier 3 National Crokinole Association event. In the semifinal match, we have the Posner brothers, Jonah in the white bucket hat and Ari in the red t-shirt. Based out of Philadelphia, these two are debuting in their first ever Crokinole tournament here in the Diamond State Doubles Championship. And up against them, the hosts of this tournament, Jeremy Reed on the left and TJ Howell on the right, from the Diamond State Crokinole Club in Delaware. They placed 5th at the Ox City Crokinole Championship in July, I believe, and these two teams will be fighting for their spot in the finals. This is a race to 9. Let's get to the action. TJ will be taking the opening shot of this round, draining that open 20, giving the Posner brothers the hammer going into the semi-final match. Jonah going long, leaving a backboard opportunity here for Jeremy. We'll see if he goes up the right line for that or dead center. Looks like that is what he will be doing. Unable to convert for the 220 advantage, but keeping play away from the center. Not much for Ari to do, and he leaves that purple piece in the perfectly awkward spot. TJ unable to get the off, but at least keeping his piece on, but giving Jonah some leeway to play in the center. Trying to follow through, but ends up a little bit on the outside, and we could see a double opportunity here for Reed. Could be a tight angle, but you see him able to get the off in a fist bump from TJ as he firmly demotes that purple piece down into the 5. Ari, I don't think he was happy with that hit and stick. Might have been looking to roll up into the 15 through that side laneway. And TJ looked like he was also lining up a double, got the single off, moving pieces around. Jonah also not quite able to get up into the 15, just on that line though. And it looks like Reed is content to play to that piece. Getting the off and leaving his green disc perfectly posted. And with that purple piece in the way, it could create some troubles for Ari. Looks like he'll try to come from the outside to hit that and hits a post instead. Big advantage for the Diamond State Club members as they have 2 pieces in play, up a 20. A lot of work for Jonah and Ari to do as they are over halfway through their shots. Jonah tried to go for that pullback, ended on the outside, and Reed will be more than content to keep play here. You see him hit a post and roll down even further into the 5, and all Ari has to work with is that green piece closer to him. He could maybe follow through a near impossible shot. Jonah's recommending a touch from the outside. I'm not sure what Ari will do. Able to push in. Very impressive. Doesn't get the off, but leaves such an awkward shot for TJ. See what he does as he goes through up by the left line. Might be a touch 20. I think he's just going for the touch. I don't think the 20's there. See him shaking his head. Not content with that as he stays very close to the center. 20 opportunity here for Jonah. The Posner brothers, again at a disadvantage right now, but certainly not out of this round as Jonah is able to convert, unfortunately leaving an open board for Reed. If he can convert this open 20, they should be more than good to take the round, going long through the house, losing his shooter. Tied in the cup, but 3 pieces on the board for the Diamond State Club team. Ari going for that follow through and losing his shooter. Open 20 chance again, this time for TJ. Going a little bit to the right and a backboard opportunity here for Jonah. Unable to capitalize. That was their way back to winning this round. As long as Reed doesn't leave Ari with a 20 opportunity, they should be okay. Keeping the piece on, that could be costly. I stand corrected. If they take off that green piece, they will win the round in the 15. Losing the shooter. That means the Delaware guys will take the first 2 points of this round, bringing the score 2-0. Again, a race to 9. And the best thing you can do after a shot like that is just shake it off. We've seen both teams making great shots and a few mistakes in there. And the mistakes can get to your mentality of the game. So We'll see how the newer team deals with that. Under pressure, making a mistake in such a high-cost match. Seems as though both the brothers is unfazed as they beat the Diamond State Club in the 20s race. Backboard opportunity for Jonah. Doesn't get it, but again, play away from the center, just like in the first round for the other team. Should be advantageous. They are playing against the hammer, so they want to be careful not to give the Delaware guys any opportunities. TJ, if he's going for anything, it will be a follow-through as he rolls in and back out of the house on the further line away from Jonah. In the background, you can see Jamie Harder. He is playing in the other semifinal match, partnered up with Mark Ponzio against Trey Snide and Dean Singh, I believe. The winner of that match will go on to play the winner of this match in the finals, which will be out shortly, so make sure you stay tuned. Reed getting the off, staying in the 15. That's where they need it for those 20 opportunities. We'll see if the Posner brothers know about the roll-out strategy or if they'll keep play in the center. Looks like Ari left that nicely against a post. Be tough for TJ to get the off here. I stand corrected, as that looked like a very clean off into the gutter with little to no difficulty. Just halfway through the shots. Advantage still for the brothers as Jonah rolls away. Yep, they do know about the roll-away strategy, getting play to the outside. Absolutely nothing for Reed to do here but hit and stick and hope that TJ has better opportunity to bring play back into the center on his shot. And again, these brothers are putting on a fantastic performance. This is, that I know of, their first tournament ever. I heard that they may have played at a PAX event before in the Crokinole zone, but aside from that, no official tourneys, and to make it this far into the semifinal round alone is quite impressive. And putting on quite the match is Jonah able to keep it to the outside, maybe an opportunity for Reed to catch a post. Too many posts. Not enough buttons, as he has an invalid shot. Ari could all but seal this round with an open 20 here, which he does. Certainly not impossible for TJ and Reed to get back in, but with that shot, could be tough. If Jonah gets a 20 here, it'll be inconsequential. Even then, Reed needs a double and a 20 right now to even tie, and then a miss out of Ari on his last open 20. Yeah, not able to do much there. Shots inconsequential unless Ari drops a 20 here for his opponent, which seems unlikely. Yep, he drops a 20 for himself, sealing the round, which will bring the score 2-2 now for each teams. The brothers certainly not out of this as we go into the third round. This video coverage is provided to you by Tracey Boards, the official board builders for the World Crokinole Championships. To learn more or to buy your very own Tracey Crokinole board, go to traceyboards.com today. And a huge thank you as well to Jamie Harder, who brought the cameras and made this video coverage possible. He's from the Point Crokinole Club in the other semifinal match. Make sure to check out his YouTube and Facebook page as well. With a miss from the Delaware guys, the Posner brothers now up a 20 with the hammer of this third round. Another miss out of Reed. He was going for that delicate touch 20 and just breezed a little bit too far past. And leaving the open 20 for Ari, which he gets. Seems the brothers have now found their groove, perhaps some nerves in the first round. It seems even in the second round we're seeing a lot less mistakes out of them. And certainly holding high spirits as you see them chuckling to themselves. I don't know about what, but either way, having fun playing the greatest game on earth. Reed again losing a shooter. Open 20 opportunity for Ari. Going long on this one and could be a touch 20 opportunity here for TJ. Though it looks like he's going to angle in on the further outside one again. Too much power. Could be a bump and run opportunity now for Jonah. And being up a 320 advantage with the hammer is quite steep. It can be very tough to come back from that. but we'll see if he's able to convert. He isn't, but his piece is still on the board. Touch opportunity here for Jeremy. He could get the off with it as well. Doesn't get the 20, doesn't get the off. Soon to see 3 pieces on the board for Ari and Jonah as Ari gets that off. That one piece may be touching the line between the 10 and the 15, but still a lot on the board. A long hike for the Delaware team to get back into this round. We'll see which piece Jeremy decides to work with. I'm not sure if that purple piece closest to the center is close enough for a 20. We will see once Jeremy takes his shot if he decides to approach it. Given that he's taking the time to consider it, I don't think it is. I'm assuming there's just enough space to make it awkward. Although I may stand corrected as it looks like he is lining that shot up now, catching a post and losing his shooter. That one hurts. Ari again missing the open 20, but again, 4 pieces on the board. TJ getting a 20. We won't see a snowman round. Not getting the off though. Jonah also lipping out. The brothers seem to have lost their open 20s a little bit, which, although in this round may not be costly, could come back to bite them in later rounds if they don't figure that out. Still, this is a good round to get that sorted. Jeremy trying to clear a lot of pieces. They needed a Hail Mary there, and that should all but seal the round, especially if Ari drops a 20. He doesn't. All TJ needs is a quintuple 20 to tie, and he goes for something. But, yeah, really not much he could do there. Jonah had the last shot, so even if TJ got 5 in the 20, all Jonah needed is a valid shot. Going into the 4th round now, the brothers to open up. Jeremy to have the hammer of this round, as Ari going long on his first open 20. TJ looking to make that hurt, going a little bit long, leaving a backboard chance for Jonah, which he converts on, making up for the earlier mistake to start the round, and we are back to the 20s race. Reed just bouncing in, see a chuckle out of that. May have been a fortunate 20, but nonetheless, we always take those. Ari going long again, not too far long this time, but TJ going for that touch 20, but it sticks in the place. Jonah doing a good job leaving that piece somewhat posted. Not a lot for Reed to work with. I'm not sure if he can angle in super easily on that outside one, and I'm not convinced he sees the off on the one on the inside. Few decisions to make here. He keeps it to the outside, leaving that inside piece for his partner TJ across the board to work with. Ari, yeah, not much he could do but hit, and he rolls it in front of his brother on the off chance. His brother is left with something to work with. TJ unable to get the 20. Now, TJ and Reed do have the hammer, but they want to be careful not to leave too many pieces on the board for Jonah and Ari. Jonah losing a shooter, at the very least getting the off. Jeremy could leave a difficult shot for Ari here, which is what it looks like he'll do. Trying to stay to the outside, but he rolls going out. This board is really giving troubles for both these opponents. Sticking when you don't want it to and rolling away when you don't want it to. A perfect mess as TJ keeping it between the laneways here. Jonah should be content to keep it to the outside. The brothers are currently up at 20, so not looking to get in. And that green one almost dropped for the opponents. Could potentially be an inadvertent setup for Jonah if that's left all the way around the board throughout these shots. See Jonah pointing that out and telling his brother to leave it for him. And TJ will have to mess with this if he doesn't want Jonah to get another 20 and go up even more in the cup. We'll see him angle in, trying to angle in, catches a post. And that backboard is left. You see a laugh out of Jonah. He knows his opponent wanted to mess with that. Unable though, gets a 20, up 2 in the cup now. A lot of work and only a few shots left. Reed needs this open 20 going long. Now, even with the hammer and 30 points on the board, they are still short 10 points for winning this round. We could see the brothers go up a 6-2 lead. Although Ari, unable to get the off, that could be pretty costly. If Reed and TJ, Jeremy and TJ, end with 3 green in the 15 region, then they could overturn that 220 advantage. That's 45 on the board. That'd leave them 5 points up. Jonah needs a double of some sort or to roll to the outside far enough away that Jeremy can't get it back in. And I think there's a perfect double here if he squishes between those two pieces, and it looks like that's exactly what he's doing. Very nice double. That pretty much seals the round. Even if Jeremy gets the off in the 20, that won't be enough. We'll see the brothers go up another 2 points, bringing the score 6-2 now. Yeah, it doesn't get the 20. Doesn't much matter. Jonah and Ari now 3 points away from winning the semi-final match. TJ to open up the round, coming up short. The Posner brothers with the hammer. Jonah unable to capitalize, passing the backboard opportunity on to Reed. We see him going up the left side of his quadrant for a backboard. He gets the off with it, going up in the 20. The brothers are working with the hammer in this round, so we are right back to a flat 20s race. TJ now finding his range. We will see which team makes the first mistake. Jonah really taking his time with this one, although we're early in the round. He knows a mistake like that can be capitalized on. Not an easy 20 opportunity for Jeremy. We'll see what he does here. Nice shot. Following through, going up. 2 in the cup now. Brothers certainly not out of it, depending how Ari does on this open 20. Now TJ and Jeremy, my apologies, will be looking to hold that advantage, but TJ going long. Jonah tying up the cup, and with 7 shots left for each team, we are again back to a 20s race, and we haven't seen a lot of super long 20s races as Jeremy comes up short, leaving a backboard chance for Ari. Lipping over the center, not enough at the piece, invalid shot. TJ takes full advantage of that, pushing his piece back away from the backboard for Jonah. Could still be a 20 here, but a little bit further now. He has to angle in to get it. See him go for it, not quite. And passing a very similar chance on to Reed. Reed has a choice to make here. He can either go for a 20 or he can try to get away as far as he can. Jeremy and TJ have left a lot of 20 opportunities for the brothers, and a lot of those have been capitalized on. So if Jeremy starts playing the strategy of getting away when they're up, they could be good to take a few more points, and I think that's the strategy change-up they need right now. That being said, if they hit the 20, they will be in a very good position. I don't know what happened there. I'm going to need to do a replay on that when I get a second watch through. An unfortunate mistake as Ari is able to tie it up. 1 piece on the board now. And that's what I'm talking about. The brothers have the hammer in this round. And with a mistake like that, with play on the board, the brothers will be more than content to go back and forth with hit and sticks. So the pressure is now on the Delaware guys. Jeremy and TJ certainly not out of this yet. Could be looking at a follow-through chance here. Those are never a gimme, but we did see Jeremy hit one of those a few shots ago. He rams it into a post, leaving an open 20 chance for Ari, which he converts on. Now up in the cup. Significant pressure for TJ to convert. Hits and sticks. It'll come down to Reed's final shot to put any kind of pressure, but with that, Jonah seals the round. And it looks like I stand corrected. This was a race to 7 points, not 9, as the brothers win this semifinal match and will be moving on to the finals to play against the winner of Jamie Harder and Mark Ponzio versus Trey Snide and Dean Singh. So thank you for tuning in. Make sure you stay tuned for that. That will be out in the next day or two. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and to give the Diamond State Crokinole Club some love on their socials, mainly their Facebook page and Instagram. Make sure to check them out. Thank you for putting on such a great tournament, and we will see you in future coverage.